the a-hole for telling my sister-in-law / best friend that she overshadowed my wedding. Burner account. I, 29 female, am married to Nate, 29 male, and his sister, Denise, 29 female. We were all childhood friends, and I married Nate almost a year ago. Denise, at the time, was 7 months pregnant with her first child. Her husband is Wayne, 30 male. Not too long after our reception started, Denise went into preterm labor. Girl, tell me that you don't think that your sister-in-law overshadowed your wedding because she went into labor. Her pregnancy up until that point was not high risk, so this was completely out of nowhere and stunned all of us. Probably her too. Can't really choose when you go into labor.
Possible.
She understandably had to leave with Wayne to the hospital, and most of their side of the family left out of concern. She insisted we stay and have fun, and Lord knows Nate and I tried, but knowing she was in unexpected high-risk labor was at the forefront of our minds, and we made the difficult decision to end the reception about an hour and a half early and joined up at the hospital. I'm sorry that happened at your wedding. Unfortunately, it kind of just seems like circumstances sucked, but I'll let you continue. My nephew, Ben, was born that night, and we were all excited, but I'll admit that Nate and I felt a bit miffed that our wedding was kind of stolen by this event. You can't really steal someone else's wedding when you're going into labor. I don't really think that she planned on that. We kept this to ourselves though. That's probably a good thing, as this was obviously unplanned and it's cruel to put that on Denise and Wayne. But from that point on, nobody ever talked about our marriage, just baby Ben. I'm sorry, what do you expect them to say? They want you to talk about your wedding or how nice it was, or what do you expect the conversation to be about? A little confused about that. The times I think a relative mentioned our wedding can be counted on one hand. It seems a little bit weird that you're expecting people to just talk about your wedding. It's a little odd. What are you gonna say? Oh my God, I loved your wedding, love that speech. Conversation over. I get it, new additions to the family are ultimately more important, but my wedding day will never just be about my wedding. It'll be about Ben. And whenever he comes up or I see him, I feel bitter because I'm reminded of what happened at the wedding. Girl, you should be so freaking pleased that this happened at your wedding. You should be happy for your sister-in-law and your best friend. What the actual... Yes, I know I'm jealous of a baby. I feel like for it. Well, I'm glad you can acknowledge that. Nate was like this too for a while, but grew out of it. I'm still working on it. Oh dear. I don't know, man. I think that this is a problem that you're inventing in your head. I think that of course your loved ones are happy for you and your wedding, but there's a baby now. So when you get married, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden everyone else's lives stop and nothing will ever happen to anybody else because you got married. Ben is turning 1 in 2 weeks, and that's all everyone is talking about. Not a peep about our anniversary. I mean, I don't really talk about other couples' anniversaries though. You just kind of share it on social media. You do something nice for your husband and he does something nice for you. Maybe you go away somewhere, do something romantic and whatever. It's not really about everybody else. It really isn't. It's about you and your relationship. We don't throw anniversary parties for other people. Okay, maybe a 50th wedding anniversary. We'll throw a big party, you know what I mean? But congratulations, you made it to 1 year. No? I already know I'll just be depressed and mopey the whole time, so I asked if Nate could politely tell him I would not be there. He and Denise were pretty upset and demanded to know why. He refused, so she confronted me via text. She told me she's picked up on how I seem sad whenever Ben is mentioned, and said I'm hurting her and I can't tell her why. I decided to be honest and tell her that I've been very depressed, not just for this issue, but is contributing, and that I felt that my wedding was overshadowed by her unexpected labor. Oh dear. Girl, this is not a problem. This is literally something that you're inventing in your head, and honestly, you should be happy for your friends when they get pregnant and have children. It doesn't mean your wedding was any less important. Validation from other people should not be what you're worried about. I did tell her I'm not mad at anyone because it was unplanned. I just need to not be reminded of it on my anniversary. So what is she supposed to do? Move her son's birthday so that you can have your anniversary? What the Girl, you're being delulu. She did not respond and just blocked me, but Wayne uninvited Nate and told him to keep him and I far away from his family. Nate's confused and I feel like, shit, am I the a-hole? You're kind of a you're kind of being really unreasonable. I don't really see why her having a child is such a big problem for you. And you certainly can't expect to have a friendship with a person that you feel this way about. I'm not gonna lie, you are kind of being an a-hole. It's okay to have these feelings. People get jealous. People get weird about other people overshadowing their successes. It's normal. It's human emotions and they're very complicated and they usually have more to do with us than them. But it doesn't mean mean that it's okay. It's not okay to tell your best friend that they overshadowed your wedding because she went into unexpected labor. Like, that's kind of mean. She couldn't help the fact that she was in labor. She couldn't help the fact that she was pregnant. Let's see what everybody else had to say. Ben is turning 1 in 2 weeks, and that's all everyone is talking about. Not a peep about our anniversary. Well, yeah, that's just how things go. Your anniversary is an important date to you. Literally. But with all due respect, it doesn't even mean much to anyone else. You and your husband are the ones who are supposed to be giving each other attention on your anniversary. Literally. So freaking weird, man. You know that Denise didn't do anything to intentionally steal attention away from you. Neither did that baby. Grow up a bit. You're the a-hole. Yeah, you kind of sound like you're upset. You know, like when little kids get upset that someone else got a present on their birthday and you didn't get anything on their birthday? That's what you sound like right now. Maybe it's different with other families, but I've never known anyone other than the married couple themselves to really celebrate their anniversaries, occasionally their kids at most. I think OP needs therapy. This is not normal or healthy. I agree. To have the expectation that other people are gonna celebrate your anniversary is super weird. Don't go there. You're the a-hole, dude, really? No one's talking about your anniversary? Why would they? Over a child's birthday? I was born on Christmas Eve, so yeah, life ain't all about you. Literally, what are you supposed to do? Who cares? Just like shower love on your husband.
Phrasing.
And he can shower love on you, and you can validate each other.
Phrasing.
But don't expect validation from other people because it's your anniversary. You gotta figure out what the hell is really going on here. Why is it that you can't be happy for somebody else? Ask yourself that question, because that's what's really going on. The amount of people who seem shocked that nobody else cares about their wedding beyond having fun on the day is astounding, literally. Like, it's a fun party and we'll talk about it, and like if something funny happens or whatever. That's all it is, bestie. That's all it is. Even for their 10th wedding anniversary, they throw a party if they want to party. Literally nobody else cares, and it would be weird if they did. Honestly. People have a huge misconception of how amazing their weddings were. For most guests, it's essentially just a social obligation. I've never discussed a wedding for days or weeks after. Honestly, come to think of it, neither have I. Like, I've said, oh my god, I had so much fun at your wedding, blah blah blah, it was so fun, blah blah blah. That's it. You don't get a medal. You are being an a-hole, my dear. I say, so does Reddit. Quiet! I'll